Good evening. It's exactly midnight in Cairo. Time for Panorama News on Nile TV International, presented to you by Manel Ibieri. First, we start with politics and the main headlines. President El-Sisi is closely following up on electricity cuts for power saving in Egypt. Israeli occupation forces kill at least 24 Palestinians in 3 separate airstrikes on Gaza. And EU launches historic membership talks with Ukraine. And to details. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi is closely following up on electricity cuts for power saving in Egypt. President el-Sisi gave his directives for immediate measures to limit power cut durations and for the cuts to be fairly applied. The head of state also directed to concentrate efforts to end the crisis as soon as possible. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli held a press conference over electricity cuts in Egypt on Tuesday. Madbouli said the government was concerned about Egyptian families suffering from power cuts. He said temperatures rose during the past days, which led to an increase in power consumption, adding that 36 gigawatts of electricity had been consumed until Monday. The Prime Minister noted that a technical electricity failure at a neighboring country that supplies their regional electricity network impacted Egypt. He said coordination with concerned ministers took place to lay out an exceptional plan for the summer to avoid power cuts. Premier Madbouli promised that power cuts would stop by the 3rd week of July. Minister of Parliamentary Council Affairs, Councillor Alauddin Fouad, asserted that the government pledges before the Parliament that from the 1st of July, the electricity power outage would be reduced as soon as possible. These came during a general session of the House of Representatives, headed by Councillor Hanafi Gibali on Tuesday. During the session, a number of representatives also delivered urgent statements concerning the power outage, in which they urged the government to provide an alternative plan. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry received a phone call from UN Senior Humanitarian and Reconstruction Coordinator for Gaza, Sigrid Kaag, on Tuesday. During their telephone conversation, the two officials discussed the need to increase humanitarian aid flow to Gaza in light of obstacles the Israeli occupation forces places on the entry of the aid to the Strip. Shoukry expressed Egypt's rejection of some elements seizure of humanitarian aid being brought into the Palestinian Rafah, as well as the Israeli side's lack of commitment to protect it and ensure that it reaches the Palestinians. The call also tackled the current situation of Rafah crossing after the Israeli occupation forces damaged the Palestinian side of the border crossing.